What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about VeChain today at the request of Grammy. Man, we're doing this for you, my friend. Hit that like button, subscribe, you guys. Let's get into it, okay? Sitting here at about 4.446 cents. I want to look at this thing maybe on another chart. No, that's fine. Binance is fine, okay. What about USDT? Is that the same amount of history? Good. Okay, cool. From an all-time high, last cycle all-time high, to this low here that we just had in our bear cycle there. We are above the 382, nice. Rejected the 382 area, came back below the 236, right up to the 618, beautiful. And now you're back to the 382, cool. So the next target would be the 786 to the 886. Likely you will see anything from 14.5 cents to about 20 cents by the end of this next move, which I suspect would happen by the end of February personally. Maybe you're up here, it takes you as long as like April. Maybe it takes you up until April. Let's just take a look at this real quick from the current price. I mean, it's a little bit above average for what I expect the most of the market to do. The golden ratio zone, is kind of more on par. So if you move on pace with the market, you'll probably be around 8 to 11 cents. Let's say probably closer to 9 to 11 cents by the end of February would be my guess. And if that's the case, if you're around 9 to 11 cents by the end of February, then expect 14.5 to 20 cents by the end of April, okay? And then going into the second half of the year, we can expect to break out into new all-time highs. But if you're here by the end of February, then you're going to break out to new all-time highs by the end of April, and then we've got higher prospects, of course, after that. So definitely depends on what you do here. I want to look at the others chart. I want to compare VET to the others chart, or maybe the others chart to VET real quick, right? For those of you that don't know what this is, right, I'm taking the VET chart VeChain, putting the all-time history in there, right? And then we're taking the others chart, crypto market cap. Others is the total crypto market cap, excluding the top 10. So this is essentially the altcoin chart on average laid on over the VeChain chart. So if this chart looks bearish, that means VeChain is going to outperform the average crypto coin. If this chart looks bullish, that means the average crypto coin will outperform VeChain. So in the month of November, whenever VeChain had its pump, you can see VeChain had an above average pump compared to most of the market. That's what this is saying here. But since we've corrected, it has probably had a more harsh correction than most of the market as well, right? And I bet if we measure down here, I just wonder from a high to a low. I mean, that 52%, that is a bit more intense than what the average coin has seen, right? 30 to 40% is more in line with what the average coin has seen. Bitcoin saw 11%, so 52% is a bit intense. But yeah, looking at this, man, it does look like you're in the midst of a down move. It looks like you broke down, consolidating, and now you're looking to break down more, right? Like here, when you were moving up and you broke down, what'd you do? You broke down once, consolidated, then broke down again, and then you started your next move up, right? Corrective moves tend to have 1, 2, 3 legs in them. So if this is a corrective move, assuming that it's not the start of a new trend, something more developed than a corrective move, if it is a corrective move, 1, 2, 3 would be your minimum, and then if it is something more developed, 4, 5 could be your maximum, and something like that would say that VeChain is going to outperform the markets essentially throughout the whole cycle is what we could expect. And I don't know if that's the case, but certainly I would expect that it does outperform most of the market coming forward on this next move. You know what? I wanted it this way, but I'm actually going to change it around. VeChain to others. Do this real quick. And then we'll probably end the video here pretty soon, y'all, to be completely fair. So now if this is bullish, this is good for VeChain, right? It's going to outperform the market. I suspect you'll see a higher high, right, than this high. So from your current valuation, that would mean that VeChain could see anything from like 60% to 80% more of a pump, maybe something like that, than the rest of the market. Maybe it could see more, 60 to 80% of a pump more than the rest of the market. I suspect the maximum to be something around like 180%, so 60 to 80% more than that. That would be like 100 or 230%. Plus 20 would be 250%. Yeah, I mean, genuinely, man, doing this, I'm glad we did this, because that to me actually does solidify the idea that we probably do see VeChain at 14.5 cents by the end of February. I think that it is by the end of this next move, right? And I don't think this next move is going to go into April, May. I mean, technically it is. This next move is going to go into the end of 2025. But just like this here, how you moved up here, you stopped. You moved up here and you stopped. I don't think that you're going to move up and it's going to be a very long consolidation phase like this, but maybe something more of like what we saw in December. Once we get to the end of February here, or the middle of February, more likely, we're probably going to be up in this 14.5 to 20 cent area. I like leaning more toward that 15 cent price myself. You're at 4.5 cents now. The target is 15 cents sometime in February, okay? And if that is to be the case, again, I think we would look for you to be around anywhere from 9 to 11 cents by the end of this month in January, okay? If we're not there and we're still at these similar prices or below 6 cents, then likely these targets here that we have for the end of, or the middle of February, end of February. I keep saying middle because I think it'll be the middle, not the end personally, but I think we'll like top off in the middle of February, consolidate, we'll pull back for the end of February and going into March, and then March could be a red month, but like a red month where we find our low and then we pull up to close the month still red, but like we're pulling up to close the month not green but bullish, I suppose. I don't know. And then April, May is kind of when I'm expecting that next move to happen. But if that all happens according to plan, cool. You know, it's just a theory right now. If not, though, you know, we can go from there. But the assumption is based off that kind of timeline that I've established. If VeChain wants to be here by the end of February, you would likely have to be here at least then by the end of January. And if you are here by the end of February, then likely by the end of April, May time, you'll be looking for prices that are a hell of a lot higher than you're at now, man. 64 cents to 99 cents. As far as all-time highs go, I don't even know, man. This thing's got a lot of potential. I think VeChain really could hit its 2272. And you're already looking there. Yeah, 1362. Yeah, I genuinely think it could. What's its market cap at? It could probably even achieve higher prices than that. 3.6 billion. Let's see. Maybe not. Maybe not. I might have overstepped on that then. I didn't know its market cap was that high, actually. 3.6. I got it confused with something else. I don't know what I got it confused with, but 3.6. Still though, 3.7 billion. Could this thing see a multi-$100 billion market cap by the end of the cycle? I think so. Unfortunately, my friends, I think I might have overstepped. I might have misspoke. Not $13. I'm sorry. Not $13. No. Nope. Not even $4 probably by the end of the cycle. Though I would think $4.20 to $6 is probably the maximum that you would be able to achieve by the end of the cycle. I wouldn't count on it, but there is a very strong possibility you could see anywhere from $4.20 to $6 by the end of the cycle. It really is there. But I would count on something around, probably something around like $1.80. If not definitely above $1, but at least $1.80. Or I should say at least $1, if not above $1.80. My expectations, if I had to bet on where VeChain will be by the end of the cycle, it would be somewhere between about $1.80 and $2, something like that. The highest I would give it is $6, but nothing more than that. And that's all I got for you guys. So sorry for the little tease at the end there with that $13. I mean, it's possible. It could happen. I just don't think, I don't think that you'll see 100x from here would be 366 billion, right? So that would be a 300x, essentially. That'd put you at $1 trillion. I don't think you're going to see that by the end of the cycle, no. But $4.20 to $6 as a given maximum, okay, maybe that could happen, but that's still nuts. That's still a multi-100 billion. Like you're talking about $300-400 billion market cap right there. Something down here I think is a lot more suitable. That makes a little bit more sense. Still above 100 billion, right? But you've been around for multiple cycles, so it's fair to get that at least $1, if not $1.84 is what I'm thinking. So that's all I got, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.